Okay guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, why you're not losing belly fat or why it's so stubborn and won't drop at all. But first of all, why should you even listen to me? My name is Max Rogers. I own a coaching company called Max Coaching, where I've helped nearly 500 people do exactly this. So I got a cool DM from a guy that's basically saying he's doing everything, can't seem to lose his fat around his lower stomach. He already feels like he's maxed out, as in calories are low, training's high. How can he drop that last little bit, okay? Now, I have replied to him, but I'm gonna kind of make this a bit more generic because I get this question so much from clients. And first things first, we have to think about our genetic makeup, okay? Some people lose fat from areas quicker than others. If you are a female, you'll probably notice you have fat on the back of your arm, maybe around your thighs. If you're a guy, you probably notice it's around your chest and around your midsection. These tend to be the last places to go, okay? A lot of people just don't give it enough time. Like if you've gone from 90 kilos down to 85 kilos in 12 weeks, you lost 5 kilos in 12 weeks, which is great. You've just got longer to go. We don't choose where it comes off, guys. Everyone loses fat from other areas. I'm somebody that always loses fat from my stomach very quickly. You can see here, I have a six pack, and when I stand up, my legs are never really that lean. So for me to get nice striated legs, I've got to get super lean to the point where it's like pure suffering to get these nice lines in my legs. Whereas we all know some people that they start to lose a little bit of weight and their legs are super lean straight away, but they stay fat here. We're all different, okay? If you're somebody that has a stubborn body part, you just have to keep going until your body takes fat off that area. We're all different, okay? Now, when it comes to losing body fat or losing that last bit of body fat, we have to make sure that we're prioritizing weight training over cardio. The reason being is when we're talking about getting to the end of a fat loss phase, we have to think that calories are already quite low, which means things are starting to slow down. And if you're just prioritizing cardio with low calories, you will be losing muscle along the way, okay? And the more muscle you lose, the lower your metabolism gets and the more you've got to decrease your food or increase your output to try and keep up with this. The whole point of losing fat and keeping it off, we want to keep our metabolism as high as possible. And we do that by prioritizing resistance training over cardio. But of course, cardio is still a tool that should be used. It just shouldn't take over our training. Training first, cardio fits in around your week wherever you can, okay? In those training sessions, guys, focus on big compound lifts, progressing your deadlifts, your squats, your overhead presses, your chest presses, your rows, chin-ups, dips, prowler pushes, these sort of movements, okay? Focus on the big lifts if you want to look great. Now, I've already kind of gone over stubborn body fat, okay? Again, if that is you, like I've just said here, that you've seen with my legs, okay? It just takes a little bit longer than you would like, okay? The truth is we just have to stick it out. And that's what most people can't do. Most people can diet for a short amount of time because they go too hard too quickly and they have to stop. This is why I always advise people to diet nice and slow, or to get a coach, get someone that knows what they're doing, okay? If you decide you want to lose fat and you've got a holiday coming up, we tend to go pretty hard. When we go pretty hard, it tends to be short and sweet. Slow is the way, guys. The slower you go, the better, because you're able to stick to it. It's not as invasive and intrusive on your life. You're not going to rebound out of it, okay? And that leads me into obviously pushing it too hard with your diet. A lot of people will starve to try and get this body fat off. As you've seen with me, I'm a very lean guy. I'm very lean through my shoulders, very lean through my arms, through my triceps, my stomach, and my legs look like a 40-year-old woman who hasn't trained for 10 years, okay? If I was to suddenly say, right, I'm just gonna not have carbs for 2 weeks and just fast, it just wouldn't be enough. I've got to really start slow and dig, and it takes a long period of time, and I'm already lean. So if I had to give you advice on losing the last bit of body fat, it would be keep your calories as high as you possibly can whilst dropping, okay? And focus on increasing your output. By doing so, you're gonna be able to stay the course a lot longer. You give yourself a much longer runway. We need that runway when it comes to losing stubborn body fat. Focus on strength training and progress the main lifts in the gym. Big movements that are challenging. The ones that you hate, they're the ones you should be doing. The big presses, the leg presses, the squats, the deads, the RDLs, all of this sort of stuff, okay? And track, guys. You need to track. If you're tracking properly, I've done loads of videos on this, and you're struggling to get that last little bit of fat off, you might only need to just add in 2,000 steps a day and drop your calories down by 150 to like start dropping again. Well, then after a couple of weeks, you still maybe just take your cardio from 30 minutes a few times a week to 35 minutes a few times a week, and then you start dropping again. This is why you need that runway, you need time. So if you like this video, guys, give it a like, drop a comment. I'm making 3 of these a week for the next 10 years, so I'm sure I'll get to your questions eventually. Thank you.